Hey guys, Zach with Bear Consulting Services. I've had a lot of questions recently with regard to preventative maintenance. So I'm really just going to start with something very simple, and that's our drainage redirection system, or in other words, our gutters and downspouts. So I just want to walk through some of the real basic things you guys can look for when you're out on your sites as you get into this rainy season. Things that we can identify early, hopefully address early and inexpensively before they become larger, potentially dry rot causing and water infiltration into your buildings potentially. So let's just kind of look at this one real quick. If you can look at this small gutter here, and what you would notice is our downspout is on this side of the gutter, but unfortunately our slope of the gutter leads to the other side. So as you would probably be aware of, water is going to flow to the side that does not have the downspout. So obviously when water starts to overflow, it's going to pour off of the side here. That could cause lots of other issues depending on how this gutter is attached to your wall, depending on where this gutter is within your wall system. If this was sitting up against another wall as a gutter termination at a wall, then water would be pouring into your wall. Okay? Let's walk around the side here. I'll show you a couple other little things. First and foremost, we have to understand as our gutter comes into our downspout that even though we have a 2.5 inch supposedly by 1 3/4 downspout, the reality is we lose a lot as we start to make turns and curves in this square system. So at this very sharp corner here, we're actually losing almost 3/4 of an inch. So if anything gets stuck in this backflow here, especially at this point, water is going to start to back up into my gutter, and it's going to fill up and overflow into the top. As we come over here, we're going to look at, as this slope comes into the wall, we have a lot of those same issues, right? So we start to lose a lot of space with regard to the actual flow of debris and how much space that debris has to fall down ultimately into our ground drains underground. So I just want to point out some of those very common conditions that as you walk around your property, you can start to identify and really just understand, what conditions do I currently have, and how do I go about remedying those moving into the rainy season.